Hello, my gorgeous friend. Welcome to day 3 of our 7-day visibility challenge for local business owners. Today it's going to get really juicy, right? I'm going to give a quick recap. Day 1, we looked at why visibility is essential. It is stage 1 before sales. It's absolutely crucial that you are building visibility for your business. Yesterday, we looked at aligning all of your platforms, making sure that you are easy to find and it is crystal clear who you are and what you do. Because without that, you're fucked, essentially, because people can't find you. They don't know what you do. It's too confusing. There's too much work involved. Day 3, my friends, we were looking at who is your customer. And essentially what that basically means is, who are you being visible towards? Who is it that you want to see you? This is so important because most people are creating content for 2 reasons. Number 1, to impress their competitors and to act like they sound better. And number 2 is for the algorithm. The truth is the algorithm has completely changed on social media. And what the algorithm is more about is about presenting people with viral content. That's essentially what it's doing. Like more and more, it's like this broadcast content. You know, like that couple at the Coldplay concert, viral content they will present in front of you instead of what your friends and family are actually sharing, which is why you joined social media in the first place. Is so that you could hear about your friends and family, so that you could be social, you know? So when it comes to your customer, it's so crucial that you capitalize, whether it's face-to-face in a market, whether it's at an event, it is so crucial that you capitalize on speaking directly, my friend, directly to your customer, using their language, talking about it in a way that you would have on a one-to-one conversation and using the medium that feels right for you. So there's 2 customers that you're potentially going to be speaking to. And the first is when you're starting off in business or when you're in the early days of business, you may not have a massive customer bank to think I'm speaking to more of them. You're speaking to kind of more hypothetical customers and you don't exactly know what language they're using, all of these things. And you can do ideal client workbook after ideal client workbook, but truthfully, you only know the language that your customer uses over time, right? So anything I'm talking about right now is just stage 1. You will evolve and you will adapt, but I want you to consider who your customer is. And there's 2 things that make your customer is they want what you offer, not that they need it. They want what you offer, number 1, and number 2, they can afford to pay for it. Right? Lots of us reach out and we go, oh, my client can't afford us. Well, then they're not your client, right? And that's not to say that we don't add value in our content. That's not to say that we don't do charitable work. All of that has a place. But what it essentially means is being able to afford what you offer is absolutely crucial. And I'm not saying that you price things at the bottom of the barrel, but you do price parity. Right, you make sure that you're pricing things in a fair way. Now, we live in a world of high ticket, and everyone's aiming for top, without actually proof that they can serve the clients. But we'll come back to that. But I want you to consider a fair price where you can honor your financial needs, you can serve your customer really, really well, you can do good by everyone. So that's what I mean when I say clients that can afford you. Is that they want what you offer and they have the money there. Okay, and that's not to say that they won't consider the purchase or have questions about the purchase or want to talk through things with their other half or, consider different things. It's to say that crucially, when it comes to paying for you, they have that money there. Right? So if you're starting out or you're new to business, I want you to make a list of what success looks like by buying your product, coming to class or using your service. What does success look like? Write down 3 to 5 successes. And these are the way they feel, like the outcomes in their life, how they feel better afterwards, And I'll take the example earlier that I used of Ultan going to swimming lessons is that, I can't swim. So I get really, really nervous at a swimming pool. Like I'm like, oh my God. By paying for swimming lessons, I get peace of mind that my child knows what to do when he's in the pool. And that is priceless to me. I know that he's advancing on a program to be a really good swimmer over time, and I know that he's getting, small classes and getting taught for in the pool, all those sorts of things. Write down what success looks like. Is better learning because there's less people in the pool. peace of mind, confidence that your child knows what to do, and actually the fun of swimming. And then make a list of all of the people that want that. That is the customer that you're speaking to when you're new and you're starting out in business. And over time, as you work with them, as you progress, as you get to know them, your ideal client evolves. And all of a sudden, like myself, you have a few years of business under your belt and you know the customers that you enjoy working with. So those of you who have been in business for a while, you're talking to a different customer, right? You're talking to a slightly different customer. And we've got an exercise below for you as well. And your exercise is to just hone in on that ideal client. So make a list of the last 10 clients who have purchased your product or your service. Okay, write them down. And alongside it, write out how much money they've spent with you through the lifetime value of being a customer. So all of the swimming lessons they've attended, all of the products that they've purchased from you. For me, I would write down anyone who's come to events, who's come to work with me one-to-one, like the entire amount that they spent with you. And then you're going to scroll out anyone that doesn't feel quite right. Anyone that you maybe didn't enjoy working with, that maybe didn't enjoy that much working with you. It's okay. No one's going to see this list. You're not hurting anyone's feelings. And the list that you're left with, then we're going to sort in order of how much they spent with you. Okay. And that's your ideal client list. They are the people you want to attract more of into your business. Okay, so when we think about visibility, I have a really genuine question to ask you. When you look at that list of previous clients that you've now sorted into your ideal client list, is your social media, is your marketing speaking to them? It's not a trick question. Most people say no. Very few times I have people say confidently yes, because we're always speaking to this aspirational client outside of us. And if you want to pivot and if you want to change, so be it. Go and speak to that client. But I promise you, it's much easier if you are grateful and you respect the clients that you're working with and attract more of those and pivot as you go. Okay, so I want you then to come back when you look at your ideal client. If you're starting out, we don't know that much about them. If you've been in business for a while, you know a lot about them. And I want you to think about the language that they use. Their fears around purchasing from you, around purchasing what you offer, the questions that they have about your product or service. Just paint a picture of them. Have times changed over the past 3-4 years or wherever you started your business? Have their priorities changed? Has what they're looking for changed? Has their expectations changed? And I'm going to give you a really good example on how expectations can change. And one of that is TikTok Shop. When you go onto Amazon and everything's delivered the next day delivery, and it's for free. Small businesses can't compete with that. But now TikTok Shop, it's so easy to buy on TikTok and you just add it to your basket and you go through. TikTok Shop have paid postage. They have free postage when you get to a certain amount, but it's not next day. And they have free postage and it takes a few days, if not a week or longer to come. So the expectations around postage has changed through TikTok Shop, which is hugely beneficial for small businesses who've maybe been afraid to charge for postage in the years gone by. Okay, so when it comes to your ideal client, you know them, map it all out, draw a picture of them, make a list, record yourself a voice note about your customers and the questions that you've got. Because what we're going to use is you're going to use that customer in every post that you write, you're speaking to that customer. Every live that you do, you're speaking to that customer. Every sandwich board that you create, you're speaking to that customer. Because that is what cuts through the noise when they're really busy, when social media is harder for us to get in contact with people and build those connections, when face-to-face seems really more difficult and busy. Speaking to that one person is absolutely crucial. Okay, my friends, that's all for day 3. Tomorrow, we're moving into a different section and we're talking about getting visible with your existing platforms. Later on, we'll talk about getting visible and bringing in new people. But tomorrow, we're talking about getting visible with your existing platforms and you won't want to miss this. Bye for now.